All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome. So I'm doing a very quick cast here. Very quick, because I've got other stuff to do. I did the full house yesterday. We're not going to be going crazy with the cast today at all, but I am checking Melandru's matchup, and for one reason, I need to figure out performance issues. So this is a performance check rather than anything else. This is the one tournament that I'll be doing today. It's EU Prime. We're going to dip in and out and do it very quickly and very comfortably. It's good to see you, PH Vilma. It's good to see you, Dossie. You guys going to be hoping to play? Be cool if you were. But yeah, so it's going to be the Melandru's matchup. I've got a couple of other little things set up, which should be fun. But mostly, this is purely about performance. I've essentially, for anyone geeky and wants to know the tech stuff going on, I have reduced a lot of the resources that I'm running. But I've also changed my canvas size. My canvas was 1440. I've now dropped the canvas to 1080 and reshifted and adjusted everything. So I'm still downscaling to 900. So on your end, on Twitch's end, there shouldn't be any different. The thing that I'm outputting shouldn't be any different. But I should have saved a little bit of pressure on my PC because I am only working with a canvas of 1080 now. That's the idea anyway. I don't know whether it will actually work, so that's what we're seeing. We've really got to watch out and make sure that there's no frame drops. So I'll have to watch that carefully. That's it, guys, really. I'm going to go start it off now, and I'll see you all in just a moment. I'm also eating at the moment because I was hungry as all balls. So yeah, we'll do that. Enrollment is live. You have 11 minutes as of my voice right now, right here, to get in. So good luck, guys. It's good to see you as well, Jeff, and I'd love to see you guys in chat. Oh my god. I've been unmuted the entire time. And I've been eating the entire time. Have you guys been hearing me actually eating and ruining this audio? Is that what's been going on here? That is gross. Is that actually what's been happening? My god. Hello, everyone. Why does that keep happening? Why do I keep getting unmuted? What on earth is this? I can't believe it. Ridiculous. Anyway, so hey guys. Alright, there's a bit of chat been going on and people loading in. Seems like every single cast we do, less people are interested in watching it. Seems like it goes down and down and down and down. Well, if you're here on this sinking ship with me, I very much appreciate it. We're here to watch the European Prime Tournament with 8 teams that have registered. The UI is looking alright, actually. I think everything should be balanced. So I've actually rebuilt everything on OBS here so that it is less resource intensive on my PC because the frame drops are obviously really shit and terrible and we don't want that at all. So that's what we're basically going to be watching out for right now. 8 teams have registered. We are looking at what's going on? How long? 5 minutes. 5 minutes till it actually begins. So yeah, you guys have still got time to sign in. What's going on? Yeah, Jeff, thanks very much. It's good to see you as well, Liz V. Benji, it's good to see you as well. Benji says, my psychic powers, I predicted the gathering tool change based on the last bug, and I made a massive post about a skin system ages ago. Yeah, so there's been a big update with the game, for what it's worth, guys, where there are now, like, new gathering tool thingies going on. You see, so there's the new set, and then there's glyphs, right? So you get one for free. You get a glyph that will be added to your inventory, and glyphs can go into your logging tools or something now. So basically, they've created and built a proper, fair, reasonable, parity-driven system specifically for for the gathering tools and stuff now. Which is good. So, yeah, good on them for doing that. And I'm going to basically dig into that and learn about the patch immediately as soon as this stream is done. Because that's the main thing I want to do today. QuizCram says, when does the streaming start? Well, now. Elodis says, I haven't been able to watch. Yeah, Elodis, you subbed as well, man. Thanks so much. Let me put my double-click toggle on as well. You subbed. Dude, that's awesome of you. Also, where's my other thing there? Yeah, I haven't been able to watch lately. Cool new screen. The sounds are a bit weird, but cool, I guess. What's weird about them? It's the character select background noise. It's immersive. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. You don't hear a wolf. There's a wolf scared the crap out of you, Benji. Really? It's kind of funny. You got a full guild team with a custom name. Oh, that's badass. That's badass. I haven't looked at Discord yet today. I had an amazing sleep after our full house. I had a great sleep. That is so, so good. Alright, no, you couldn't hear. Okay, you couldn't hear. Hear me slurping and picking my teeth and grunting. Oh, it's too good. I don't know what I feel about the Gathering Tool update just yet, one Bear Ariat, because I haven't played it. Yeah, Dosty's right. We can get even more Spud teams than just one. We can get loads of them. Maybe some of the stranger sounds might have been from me. Yeah, I was the bear, guys. There's no bear baked into that audio. That was me. That's what I sound like when I'm eating. It's like a bear fetching a salmon out of a river. Yeah, I'll look at the glyphs and stuff soon, guys. That's what happens when you do this often. Not everyone can watch every day. Oh, you think it's because I'm doing it too much? Maybe you're right. Do that. I hope it's that rather than just PvP is not interesting to me. Great for the inevitable infinite volatile set. Yeah, so there's new Black Lion stuff as well. There's a new Black Lion skin set. There's all kinds of stuff. I don't know. I don't care too much about gem sort updates in general. I will do a video on this one because it's kind of a bigger system change there, but yeah. Oh, him raving. You went 1,300 gold. Ouch. That's too bad. Yeah, I'm standing in it in PvP because now I talked about this on a previous cast, right? I spectate from Wooden Potatoes, the character now. And so I actually log in on it, and I get about 100,000 more messages and interactions with players when I'm on Wooden Potatoes instead of Bliss or whatever. I get tons. Basically, I don't know. It sounds like I'm humble bragging or something, but it's really weird. Like, just people waving at me and... Oh, it's very strange. I was even watching George's stream earlier, and even he saw me, and it became a thing on his stream. It's just weird. I'm just AFK, really. Like, I've got a group of Spuds around me right now. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, guys. It is pretty mental. All right, Melandru's matchup starts in 2 minutes. Enrollment about to close down. Let's get a little bit of a look in game here, shall we? Like, look at this. See this here? Mordant croissants here. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I never changed this scene, actually. Hold on. This is the one I never changed. So, transform. Fit to screen. Boom. There you go. You can see it now. Yeah, if you have a look. While wooden potatoes in the flesh. Yeah, it's just kind of funny. I don't know. There's not too much in chat there, actually, right now. It's good to see. Rav, why did you say my boy? What the hell? So WP ... Tell me about Roy. I gotta be honest, I don't actually know too much about Roy right now. I've had a couple of conversations with him. I know that he casts with Jebro with the UGOs and stuff. I know that in the more recent while, people have come to find him as a respected person on the competitive sides of the game, I suppose. But I don't know too much about him. I don't know too much about the tournament that he's setting up. I don't know about the distribution of labor and whatnot. Roy's in chat right now. Maybe he can explain himself a little bit more. I'm looking forward to knowing Roy a little bit better, but I don't know. I don't really have too much more to say than that. There you go. I know now that he self-deprecates. That gives him a +1 opinion modifier from me. Oh, I'm so nerdy. I'm so nerdy. What's wrong with me? This is so bad. He's a Guild Wars 2 celebrity, says Monkey Biznaz. There you go. Matty MSG. Why can't you send me bits? Because I don't know Twitch, really. And I don't know bits, and I don't know that kind of stuff. I should also put game audio on this as well, shouldn't I, actually? So, hold on. Ads. Audio output. For everybody just joining, this stream is about a performance test. We are testing performance. We are verifying. Look at that. It's broken again. Immediately it's broken again. I can't believe it. How? How are you not working? Can you please do something a little bit better here? We'll have to go out the ROG. There you go. All right, we got audio now. We got audio. Everybody has audio. It's all good now, guys. It's all good. Yeah, this is a performance test for the for this cast. We're trying to make sure we're not dropping any frames. I've got to get it all working, and we're now in performance optimization mode. Once I've done this, there's not too many other things I want to do, except set up some kind of auto hotkey script to be able to insta open up builds without having to click with my mouse, because that's annoying. And maybe setting up YOLO mouse to see what that looks like too. We are about to get in on the tourney though, guys, so here we go. Let's go to the lobby. Let's see what we got. Melandru's matchup. It has just went live. We have... Did we get the full 16 teams? I think they might have. It looks a little bit lower on the team level. But let's see what we got. We got Ingenious Rock, Dungeonesses, Schoolmasters, Beggar's Bindle, Cold Foamers, Dragons of Despair, Terminal Glemming, Ronald McDonald is our daddy are back. It's a Trap from the Spud Club. Oh my god. Why did you call you guys It's a Trap? Oh, I guess because of traps, right? I guess. I guess that actually makes sense because of... So we're going to watch the Spud Club, guys, in round 1 here. And I'm pretty late to the start of the tourney as well, so we'll try to get through this quite quickly. We're just going to look at the Spud Club's crew. They're going to be over on the blue team. So let's roam through very quickly here, starting off with Dosty Men on that trap damage with the DH. So we'll throw that over there. Next, we've got PH Filmer. He's not running attempting support anymore. He's more of a duelist. He'll be picking up their close node. They have a Mesmer in Maverna, also dueling, probably backnoding more than anything else, actually, so we'll put PH Filmer up there. They have a Thief to roam around. That's pretty goddamn good. And finally, they got some damage from a Scourge. This is like almost a real comp here. It's just that for their Guardian, they're running a Trap Guard instead of a Firebrand. Let's get in game here. Let's watch them go out. We're going to be watching the Scourge as they begin. Looking at open splits, we have Mesmer picking up close and Mesmer picking up far with It's a Trap from the Spud Club. That's the Spud Club's icon there. How cool is that? Facing it off. Okay, so let's see what they got. Both teams cleanly pick up their close points. We look at a 4v4 opening in mid. What am I talking about? Let's not watch the Scourge. Let's watch Dosty on traps as he pushes through. And he unloads a bit of damage. So he gets his longbow attacks, immediately interrupted with the greatsword, baits the enemies over to him. drops all the traps down there. Cancel casts his own Dragon Maw. There's actually quite a lot of damage there. The Ghastly Breach from the Necro comes down as well. PH Vilma doing that bruisery damage, trying to support this. I actually think they're going to win the mid-fight. I genuinely think they're going to win the mid-fight. Their Roma, though, their Thief, not playing very well at all, going down right on the sides of mid. None of the Spud Club have seemed to have noticed that that's actually going on. He's auto-attacking himself in the face because of the reflex. He's got nothing to do there. He could have delayed the port there, couldn't he have? Maybe. I don't know. Dosty taking massive damage now as well. Oh, it's not looking good, actually. I think the piloting's been a little bit questionable. Can the Spud Club get over here and win this double rally race? It's so important that they get PH Filmer up. The Blood Res comes through from their Scourge. That's beautiful. The Pet Res goes through for the red team, by the way, so they do actually manage to get an Ingenious Rock Ranger back up. This is just people constantly zerging mid. This has been the least rotation heavy game I've ever seen. Everybody's just going mid and dying and going mid and dying. This will finally flip now. The final tick right there. And the Spud Club with their double cap, looking over here to take advantage of their losing stuff. We can see that Ingenious Rock goes for the Beast. Downstate versus Beast. This is going to be an ace for the Spud Club, and they didn't even have to contribute here. Can PH Filmer? He's on his way. Can he get over and steal the boss to prevent the rally? Oh, no, the Roma got in. Well, goddamn, done there from the Spud Club. They get the Beast steal. They get the defeat. Importantly, they went for the defeat first so that their enemy didn't rally. Beautiful. We also see them rotate back. They're going for a defensive, sturdy 2-cap game. That's very good. We see they're backnoding Mesmer over here on the way of Minerva, just watching out, making sure that they're watching any crosses. They've got the portal established, so they could be a bit less sturdy over there. They could move over. Looks like the Ingenious Rock Red guys have decided that mid is not for them. And they're going to be taking their fight over here instead. Looking to, I just turned on the game audio a little bit there for you guys. They're going to be looking to claim the close. Beautifully speaking here as well. They get their hollow onto the node. None of the Spud Club in position to prevent that. That neutralization very dangerous. Minerva's here. Doesn't have the portal available anymore. No ambush to close the gap with their sword. Oh my god! What a misplay from the Ingenious Rock team there. Oh, and a misplay from Minerva as well. Rip there. He had that handed to him on a plate as Bida Poe just basically walked off the node for free. Moving back over here, what do we see? The Roma getting on that Scourge, picking a Scourge off on their own on the roads. That's exactly what you want. Assisted DPS from his Trap Dragon Hunter. Now, the Spud Club did wipe that pretty well. Honestly, they zerged a little bit here, I think. They left mid open for a bit too long. Nothing on the red team, however. Ingenious Rock seems to be able to rotate quick enough to counter that, so that's good. Here we've got the defensive 2v1 in play, and one of Dosty's traps still on the node for what it's worth. So there's the Test of Fate. Actually, it equalizes into a 2v2, while the rest of the Spud Club collect Beast and defend close that you can see down there. It's now a 3v2. PH Filmer just needs to sustain for a little bit until his Necromancer over here can secure this kill. A port does go through, I think we saw there. Look at this. They're actually 2v3ing, guys. They're actually 2v4ing right now. Spud Club taking their sweet time getting back in. Finally, they're here with their Roma. Finally, Dosty gets in with the traps. And now we've just blown this up into a very large team fight. At last, the Scourge on the Spud Club, the blue Spud Club, does go down. But honestly, that 2v3 into a 2v4 for that period of time, they're lucky they're alive. So, yeah, that's another win there in mid for the Spud Club. We watched the Spud Club's backnoder as well in their Mesmer. Actually decides that they're bored of guarding close all the time. They've pushed too far. This portal is out of range right now, so it's actually quite an aggressive, scary play that Minerva's made here. Isn't going to be able to portal out and just gets themselves killed basically straight away here on the respawns. They did get a plus from their Thief. The Thief very intelligently realizing that he's massively outnumbered. With one of the members of the Spud Club finally going down, the first kill landed for Ingenious Rock there with that mistake there from Minerva. We do see that there's a potential for Ingenious Rock to get back in. They start looking towards Keep. And let's watch their perspective now, starting with their Scourge right here. Who is scared to even go up. We see that they've dropped... Actually, are both teams dropping traps? Both teams are dropping traps! There's a Procession of Blades and a Test of Faith and a Dragon's Maw here as well! What is this? It's this mirror. There's 2 trap guards. This guy's going for the Litany of Wrath, though, at least, which maybe is a little bit more well-rounded. What the hell? So they, Ingenious Rock now taking mid, and they will win this. They have their entire team at mid right now. This is 5 players. And look at this. They're not even that constant. They're going down. They're going down in a 5v3. The Spud Club winning a 5v3 here, guys. You're watching it in progress. And because the Spud Club don't even have many people, they've wonderfully managed to send their Thief for the back cap. Excellent rotation there from Dead Knife, the Spud Club Roma. And, wow, what a miserable defeat there from Ingenious Rock. Actually, no, I tell a lie. They did win that. While I was looking at the goddamn thief, they won the mid-fight. That's so bad of me. Anyway, so now they've got suddenly lots of kills. They're up to 5 kills. That's basically, they killed the Mesmer, and then they went ahead and killed the other 4 players too. I think, essentially. And let's actually, I think it was, they had a victory over here. So let's watch what Ingenious Rock's been doing over here. They've sent Juniper here. I think Juniper won the mid-fight, pushed far, instantly died. That's a pretty classic throw. Other members of Ingenious Rock's just chilling out. They should be doing this, by the way, because if they've been watching at all the Spud Club's positioning, they know that the Spud Club's coming up around the back of the node. They might have just made a mistake. No, they notice it just in time, and they managed to get back up. So Angel Swordsman jumping straight onto the node. Look at the trap damage! Oh my god, Minerva not having a good time at all right now. Throwing on far, and now throwing here in mid. Getting stomped so quickly by the enemy traps. The best trap play we've seen so far has not come from Dosty. It's come from the Ingenious Rock crew. I wonder what Dosty will have to say about that in chat by the end of the game. Here we have Bindle, the Scrapper, pushing forward, trying to get some pressure out on the Spud Club's duelist Spellbreaker Warrior. There's we have seen, by the way, Ingenious Rock come well back into this game. We've seen them go from 0 kills to 7 in just the past 90 seconds or so. They are in on it. They did just manage to secure a beast over here. But we're basically looking at a big wedge for them to climb. Spud Club only needing 75 points to win this game. Another boss steal, and Spud Club are even more comfortably with it. At only 250 points, not even that. Not even halfway to their win condition. You'll probably see that the red team really struggled to catch up. He's running Detection Pulse, which isn't too good in his matchup here. Been excellently crossed by Minerva, so the Scrapper doesn't really have many plays that they can make, it seems. They're just going to get hammered out. They're not going to be able to secure that decap. They weren't in position to res their friend here with a function gyro. And they're generally just being a little bit slow. Ingenious Rock is recapping their close. They've got their their Mesmer ported here. But again, like, look at this Mesmer, right? The Ingenious Rock Mesmer caps his node, ports it, but then comes all the way to far. That's a really questionable play. He's got 2 pluses coming in. This portal isn't going to save him, guys. It's out of range. So he doesn't get full cap. He goes for the 1v1. He's got a plus coming from the Spud Club here. The Thief jumps in. There's the Bassi. There's an immediate flanking strikes into Lastness. He bails out, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see him starts hammering the portal here to leave, only to realize that he's out of range afterwards. Looks like maybe he is cognizant of it because he hasn't tried. There you go. It just timed out. It's of no help to him. He got no value there. Would have been better if he saved the cooldown and instead used it at the node he just neutralized. But yeah, he's basically outnumbered. He is going for a reasonable fight there, but it all depends what the rest of his team does. Let's watch the Scrapper as he tries to bruise his way up. They need this neutralization here. Spud Club's win condition is just to bunk this node. And they're close, actually. They have 2 win conditions. Bindle needs to aggress 2 different territories at once. Hell, Spud Club even has another win condition. That's the beast. We do see Spud Club wipe on the roads. Spud Club wipe on the road, so a neutralization... It's too late. It's too late, guys. It's too late. So, yep, there you have it. Spud Club going through. It's a trap. To the next round, knocking out the Ingenious Rock guys. It was a nice idea, everyone. It was a nice idea. Let's see, top stats, top damage coming to the trap, DH, guys. What do you know? Top healing on PH Filmer. He's not still running banner reses and stuff, right? It's probably just because he's in more of a dually capacity. Minerva taking top offense, going for that aggressive far point play quite frequently. Top revives going to the Blood Scourge, as you can expect. And defense as well is fairly respectable on a Scourge. You can imagine that they're rotating, standing. Sticking with the nose a little bit more because they're quite immobile, right? So, yeah, excellent game. Well done to the Spud Club. Let's go back and have a look at their comps. What do we have here? Sorry. So, the red team, they had their own trap guard. So, looking up here in this damage box, they had their own trap guard. The Ranger, I don't even know what this Ranger was running. I didn't see the Ranger. We're just going to presume that that's that. If anything, we can kind of say their Scrapper was like a sort of ish support. I don't remember what their Necro was running, and then they did have a duelist there, so it was something a little bit like that, maybe. But I definitely see, up here in the damage box, you can see that the Spud Club probably did a lot better. And yeah, for that, they managed to go through to the next round. No highlights on that one, I'm afraid, guys. I didn't really think of it. And also, uncontested roaming box. We saw Dead Knife got quite a few good pluses in that game, actually, I think. And, you know, he was uncontested there. So yeah, not too shabby. Commiserations to Ingenious Rock. Look like they got a long way to go, but they should be pretty good as long as they keep at it. And yeah, I look forward to seeing what the next round is. Speaking of which, let's see what we got. So Melandru's matchup. Are the Spud Club ready? They are ready. So the Spud Club going against Ranger Danger next. Ooh. Ronald McDonald also still in, by the way. Looks like Ronald McDonald won one run of their games. Should be pretty good. By the way, I have another overlay for you all. It's this. It's the immersive screen. Ooh. Ooh. So I'm realizing something. I want more like visual stuff representing PvP going on, so we can have an immersive lobby. See? And if at any point, so like Roy in chat here still, if we know what order the maps are coming and stuff, what I can do for that tourney is we can represent that map that's coming up next time, yeah? Besides, Spirit Watch is a beautiful map. So, yeah, there's all these little things. And I think this might be a bit, but people might enjoy this a little bit more because you get to see a bit more of the game. So, yeah, I don't know how loud this is, by the way. The volume might be all a little bit wrong. Why are people typing ooh and in chat? Why are people doing that? Yeah, you do have a map order. See, that's cool, Roy. We can set that up, dude. This looks a lot cleaner and better, you think? Well, that's very rude. Except Spirit Watch isn't in it. Yeah, I mean, we would do immersive things. Spirit Watch is unquestionably the most beautiful PvP map. I was watching a Jebro stream where he realized that there were fish in the water on Spirit Watch, which is super cool. Why are people typing uh-oh? Come on, it's freaking me out, man. It's freaking me out. Elodis says, good choice with the damage. Yeah, we just went for damage, generally speaking. Alright, here we go. So we're into the game. Let's take a look at what's going on with the comps. So, new setup here. Yeah, there's fish in the water. Yeah, you have to move the camera into the water at the perfect level, and you will see fish. So, kind of funny. One of the blue team is not currently loaded in, so we're not going to be able to tell what's going on with that until a bit later. But we can see the rest. So, let's run through the Spud Club here. They've got Minerva once again on that Mesmer build. In the duelist setup, we have Dead Knife, the Thief. We have Nerd, No Life Girlfriend. Sorry, Nerd, No Life, looking for Girlfriend. We have Dosty on the traps. Again, by the way, just to show off Dosty's trap build, just so that everybody can see and copy its proness. There it is. And finally, we have PH Filmer on the Warrior in the duelist capacity. Possibly pushing far. We actually saw Minerva on far more than PH Filmer there, so we'll do it that way. Meanwhile, let's look at the blue team. So, starting off, we have Catalina Aeon, who looks like they're going to be a backnoding Chrono. We have Plex here. This is a Thief. Okay, Condi Thief, but definitely rotation rolled. SD Condi, that's going to be really nasty for the Spud Club to deal with. We have Dawn on a Druid as well, potentially pushing far. We have Dovey on a Hollow, looking for the damage in the team fight. And finally rounded out with another Chrono. This one is not on Portal, so we'll probably be here. Very well matched. No support coming down for either team. But that's what we're looking at. Let's jump on in to the cast itself. And let's see how the Spud Club go as they begin coming out of their gate. Let's watch Dead Knife on the opening. So let's see what they do with their Roma, right? They send their Mesmer to close. Blue team sending their Druid to close. We watch the 4v4 establishes itself in mid. Sorry, the 3v3. Yeah, no. Okay, so interestingly, Spud Club do outnumber in mid here. They absolutely outnumber. PH Filmer throwing the Rampage straight away. But looking back to the Spud Club's close node, they have their Mesmer trying to fight a Hollow. So we will see how well they do that. Let's keep an eye on Dead Knife and see whether he can swing anything in the mid fight here. Spud Club looking to be losing their close engagement, and that's really dangerous. So Spud Club, despite outnumbering in mids, lose their Roma. Their Thief playing a little bit heavily footed and goes down. So with the Thief losing here, that equalizes it back into a 3v3 at mids. And the Spud Club lost their close point as well in the 1v1. So extremely strong opening from Blue. They've actually managed to win a mid-fight engagement with less players than their opponents. Excellent start from Ranger Danger. Here come the downstates. And that's going to be several kills going in their favor. Dosty unable to peel away. PH Filmer, of course, on the most well-rounded build here. He's the last to go down. Looks like he got bombed by the Condi Thief. And yeah, we see a 5-man wipe for the Spud Club as they lose all 3 nodes across the map. Very quickly, though, because one of the first deaths was the Spud Club Roma. He pushes out of base extremely fast. He tries to go for neutralization. He doesn't land neutralization. He gets Condi burst by his opposing Roma, and he cast about 1 million skills in confusion there. which got him killed basically instantly. So really, really nasty counter there to the skill spam for the Spud Club Thief. Minerva obviously racing in as well, spending all of their time going for a resurrect instead of playing around the node a bit, and kind of a bit of a suicide on respawn for the Spud Club there. Moving back as well, some of the other Spud Club members, instead of going for mid, went for their close node. This is a nice place to go for a regroup, and they actually managed to win it, so good job to these Spud members. They managed to, in this 2v2, push their opponents off, score the neutralization. That's excellent. There is another story going on. Look at the Dragon's Maw, the 5k Dragon's Maw, hello? Wow, the damage. And, yes, they go down there. Dusty showing that crazy greatsword deeps, trap guard deeps here. Can he pull him in with the Spear of Justice now into the next trap nest? It doesn't look like he will be able to now. I do want to tell you guys something else. Nothing else happening on the rest of the map, but we do have Lord. So, looking over at the Spud Club's Lord, we did see very quickly after getting that ace at the start, Ranger Danger pushing straight through and looking to aggress this and end the game as fast as possible. It seems they're really not intimidated by the Spud Club. The only members of the blue team that are back are their sturdier ones. And so, yeah, they actually go for the pressure. It actually looks like Ranger Danger only sent two of their players to the Lord, and their 2 players have managed to hold off against Spud Club respawns and are killing the Lord. Here comes another Spud Club respawn now after the rest of them have wiped on the map. Back at that close node we looked at a second ago. It does look like Dossie went down in the end. Here's the down state for the Lords. Can Dead Knife do anything to get the interrupt through? I think he does. He does manage to stop them stomping it too early. This won't be the end of the game with this Lord's defeat, just because there's not enough points on the board yet. But down it goes. You can see the rainstorm begins. The huge chunk of points. I hope you guys were looking at that. The huge chunk of points for the blue team. And now the entire map is tinted blue to show their incredible victory there. So they have 3 cap. They have 12 kills to just 2. And they have the Lord. The Spud Club extremely unlikely to get back through this game. And it looks like they are going to be knocked out, I'm afraid, guys. Another respawn death there. Let's watch. Actually, no, sorry. No. Okay, so the blue team, actually, here we go. Spud Club forgot something. Blue team wipe by leaving their guys at Lord. They actually managed to go down. This Scourge pulling some weight here. Spud Club takes 3 more kills. Currently, the blue team are not in a position, looking at the minimap, to actually defend their nodes. Let's see whether the Spud Club is fast enough to get around. Really, their main player that would take advantage of this is this Thief here. Unfortunately, he's trying to fight, and he goes down once again in his... Well, not a mirror, but... Mirror in terms of role utilization. The one Raymer killing the other, mirror in that term, but it's a Condi SD, right? So, pretty nasty. Waterfall was open for a decap the entire time. He didn't quite notice it. And there is one final defensive play going on here. Dosty in a 1v1 against the Hollow and winning the 1v1. Oh, man. It's a shame the game's going to be over before we see this manifest into an actual thing here. Nice little knockback there. Possibly not frugal enough use of Shield of Courage. Doesn't dodge the shockwave. Pulls him into the trap nest. Gets the big kill. Come on, I want to see you beat this Hollow, dude. You got 1 second. He's not. We're not going to see it end. Oh, guys, the trap guard plays. Congratulations to Ranger Danger with a slaughterous win there. Unfortunately, the Spud Club will be getting eliminated here. That's a real shame. Let's go back to the lobby, though, guys, because I do want to show you some replays. So let's watch this here. Let's see. So this replay, it should load up and work just fine. It does. I just have it. I need to mute it. So, yeah, let's watch some instant replays. Starting off... oh, hold on as well. I need to turn that on. Ranger Danger we're watching here as well, by the way. Oh, and I need to transform... reset transform. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, again, because I've been changing everything around here. So, Ranger Danger will be going against Beggar's Bindle. So, we get a few seconds before that starts here. Let's watch this instant replay. On the open... pretty near the start of the game, Spud Club scored their first kill. Moving over to this node, we have Dosty with the trap nest. Taking the fight. He lands the true shot. It doesn't crit. His opponent comes on into the traps. Look at the burst! Immediately blows up the Mesmer there. 1 billion packets of damage. No retail to counter. Even goes the Greatsword 4-2 combo. As we would expect in PvE. Pretty crazy stuff. Also, the other highlight I want to watch here is at Lords, as the Spud Club furiously tried to defend their Lord and stop it from getting stomped. But as you can see here, we we're not necessarily doing very well. They managed to get a downstate. And there's the stomp there. The stomp happens, I think, because of... Yeah, a Shadow Step stomp executed by Plex. So if you guys watch very closely here, Plex walks over here. He used his heal to regenerate some endurance. Starts the stomp, and now we've seen him disappear. Shadow stepped off the camera. And 3, 2, 1. He reappears right as the stomp ends to finish the Lord off. And what I really want to show you up here as well is the points trickling in. Look at that huge chunk you get from the Lord there, guys. Pretty ridiculous. And so, yeah. Ranger Danger's still not live, so I guess we could maybe have another look at how the comps did here. Again, I think looking at the Roma box down here, Dead Knife versus Kim Jong. I don't think Dead Knife quite knew how to play around the Condi pressure. It's hard. Don't get me wrong, it is hard. Those Condi builds are really gross. But it definitely all that casting through the confusion, I think, was a real, really tricky setup for him there. What else do we have as well? I think... Oh, we didn't even add many of their players in, did we? It doesn't look like we added many of their players. Who else did we... Yeah, there we go. There we go. So, we also have, up in the damage box, Dovey. Dovey v Dusty. What do we think about that? Dovey v Dusty. Dusty seemed to be doing well in that at the end there. And I think that the Scourge was doing alright as well, but Natish on the Chrono is probably better. If you're not running a support, if no one's in this box, when you feel the damage, it's probably better to have a Chrono than a Scourge. Probably, if you're going with no support. Scourges really shine once they get that assistance. Meanwhile, over here, we didn't really get to see any Spellbreaker v Druid matchups or the mirrors with... so actually, what we also saw was Dovey pushed far at the start, actually, like this. It was actually more like this. Sorry. So we had... This was more what their opening splits were like this here. This is what we saw the... blue team did on open, and they actually won up here in this duelist slot. They did actually win that. So yeah, pretty gross. All right, next game. We're with Ranger Danger. I may have spent a little bit too long there. Oh my god, the game's about to begin. Really? Did I spend the entire 90 seconds? It must have procced right after I checked that. That's gross. It says the game is about to begin, but it's not actually about to begin. Oh, I think it is. Game starting in 10. We don't get to do any kind of complex acts right now, guys, because I spent too long right there. Let's watch, who is it? Ranger Danger on the opening here. This is the team we just saw win a second ago. They're dedicating their holo to close this time. You notice that this holo pushed far last time. Now they seem to be a little bit more conservative about it, and they're watching for the mid-fight. We've got over on the team, the red team, Beggar's Bindle. Fielding a Rev. The Rev immediately, by the way, starts getting some pressure off, being jumped by the Condi Thief. Let's watch this Roma here as he plays around the edges of CT. Uses his sword too to get back up on the edge. He's eliminating the opposing Rev, which is actually kind of nice, honestly. You don't want that Rev being able to get some focus burst in any way. Also, the Condi Thief going for the decap. Will he get it before the portal runs back through? No need for the portal. Actually, he's 2v1. So here he's baited 2 of them out of mid. This is beautiful. If he gets back up into mid now... He's pulled 2 of them out. They can port back in. Let's see whether they do. They don't even port back in. Big mistake there from Beggar's Bindle. They had a real opportunity there. And we actually see that the blue team will be outnumbering mid now over this. Unfortunately, though, they never managed to secure their close. Beggar's Bindle doing very well to take out Ranger Danger there on their own nodes. And they have actually lost that with the defeat going down on Dovey on the roads. They don't really have anything that they can do to offer assistance for that. They are running a formal 5-round support here in terms of Veronica, but they're alone. They're outnumbered. They're not even in a good place to peel away. They're just stuck in this trench. Desperate not to use this last tick of this mantra here. They go for the dodge. I'm actually surprised they've sustained as long as possible. They're trying to get back to mid because their Scourge is waiting for them at mid. You see this guy here, Dusk. But he seems to just be completely AFK, not paying any attention. I mean... He's just basically... I mean, I would have been on the ledges giving pills to my support there. The support is actually managing to get away perfectly fine. We also have Plex now being aggressed here at mid. Sorry if this is a bit of a hard game to read here. This is the enemy Roma seeking to counter them. And, yeah, pretty well shaken off there as well. So, we've seen Ranger Danger has done well at mid. They've managed to hold it. They're dedicating their Scourge to just basically sit here and almost bunk the nodes. But I think they're playing way too passively there. Look at all these free cast opportunities they could be going for. They're just going to sit here until eventually they get snowballed down and rolled over. I don't know. I don't really like it too much. Plex over here under the major aggress and going down to Floody on the holo there. Not going to be able to get the downstate port decap. So that doesn't go very well as well. Remember, this is actually Ranger Danger's close. That is not Beggar's Bindle's close. That's Ranger Danger. Here we have the Scourge, who's been standing here, is not even going to get snowballed over by many people, just straight up killed in a 1v1 to a Condi Mez. Also knocked off as well by the Hollow too, so securing massive rock value off of that. Not even a necessary stomp needed there. Looking back to Ranger Danger's spawn again here, we can see that they can't even really get out of their base anymore. Natish, their Mesmer going down straight there. Condi Thief basically seeking to team fight now. This is the worst thing they could be doing. It's really important that this Condi Thief gets off of this area of the map and scores a neutralization over there, starts pulling them further back. As it happens, though, they're going for the team fight. Will probably die in this outnumbered situation. Being aggressed, yeah, the Rev just secured the kill. And instead, we see that it's Dovey that's the one that has to try and split the opposing team. Holds this 2v1 for a while. Hoping to get some support in. But if you notice here, his allied support is taking the... Oh, no, the allied support is coming. But also being aggressed on the road. Extremely dominant here from the Beggar's Bindle. Beggar's Bindle got an early lead. And they've been playing so well on the roads. You haven't been able to see Ranger Danger get any form of a regroup. Like, look at this. Most of the time, it's been Ranger Danger versus 2 or more. It's like just this Zerg, this like cluster sort of red players just pulling around, securing the kills before anything can manifest. That Zerg did cost them a decap over here. The Condi Thief doing as much pressure as they can versus Chrono. I really kind of want to see how Condi Thief versus Chrono goes. No pluses looking to come just... Actually, yes, there's pluses coming from both teams. Rev is coming to finish off the Condi Thief. He needs to shadow step out now. There's the Rev. He moved in. Got lucky dodge very early, but yeah, basically nothing's going to save him from that. So down he goes. And over here we've got Dusk as well now on the respawn. This Scourge came out of base, tried to go one way, tried to go another way, and now has the Zerg on them. So, yeah, Beggar's Bindle on the red team with an enormous number of kills. 12. This will be 13 with this next stomp going through here too. Actually, mind you, we got some support in. He did get some support. Natish came through to help him out. Natish hoping that he'll port out. Dusk could have taken the port to bail to mid. That was a huge opportunity missed for the Ranger Danger team there. If they'd just gone through that portal, they could have taken a big fight here. They would have outnumbered this fight instead of being outnumbered on this fight. And with the momentum from that, they could have even scored a decap over there. As it stands, though, we see that the support is just being hammered on, hiding inside their sanctuary. Very high power cooldown, but really doesn't get too much worth out of it. Fails even on the logs a little bit to try and climb off. Is not going to be able to shake this Rev, I'll tell you that for nothing. They move together. Doesn't really have anyone worthwhile to support because the only blue ally that they've got in the area is their Roamer, who's so movement-oriented that you're not necessarily going to see they get too much value out of sitting in tomes and things. Plex does take decap, so that's good. Is actually going for the 1v1 versus the Hollow. I want to see this. So Condi Thief versus Hollow. Actually scoring lots of extra recap value there as well. There's the steal. That's the high-powered cooldown. Floody doesn't seem to cast in it too heavily. I think he's going to lose this matchup here. I mean, Hollow I don't think would exist if it loses this too heavily. Natish on the threat in for the plus, so that's really good there. Running the Greatsword Burst as well. I haven't even noticed this so far. But yeah, this is actually kind of a very rotation-heavy setup too. The plus basically totally fails. Without that first Greatsword Burst landing, Natish isn't going to be able to get that. Plex now faced with another one. This is going to be a 1v4 incoming here, guys. 3 on the node already. The Hollow Floody is moving for it as well. I can't believe this rotation we can see from this red Hollow over here. I guess they don't care. Actually, I'll tell you what, the red team is being punished for this because, look, they've really stopped getting as many kills now, and they've really slowed down on their point score. With that kill, though, I think we will see double cap re-establishes. Natish still going for that fight over there, not getting anything worthwhile out of their builds. The support comes in too late to be able to save the Condi Thief. Massively outnumbered. Too late to be able to save the Mesmer. Sides re-established for Ranger Danger. Neutralization re-established for Ranger Danger. Let's see how Dovey can try to fend off this fight here. Dovey is on the advantage here because they have basically their entire team respawning into it. We see Plex, the Condi Thief, basically comes for the Burst Plus straight away. Excellent stuff here. They get a good rot out of that as well. Dovey looking to race towards mid. Needs a neutralization there as fast as possible. Rest of the blue team still only just coming out of their gate with one of them downstate on the board. The Scourge right near mid. That Scourge getting rotted for that length of time out on the roads. It's not good for Ranger Danger at all. Beggar's Bindle will be able to get a huge amount of worth out of that. They get the kill on the Rev, who's very greedy. They do not full cap their close. I agree with what Dovey's doing here. Like, It's too late to piss about over there. I don't even think this Mesmer necessarily should do this. They have to get... If they want to play to win, it's about pushing the line now. It's not about actually securing any of your territories. It's about pushing the line. You have to get some kill value and then do that later when you're at the leisure to. They're not at any leisure right now. Davey takes the pull out. I want to try something here as well, guys, because the camera is so ass ever since I changed the field of view. I'm going to bring the field of view back up and see if it does anything. Attempted res from Plex there. No way to stealth the body because he's Condi. He doesn't run blinding powder. So that could have been a good save there for the blue team. There's lots more playmaking potential if you run a more standard thief build, I'd say. But because they're not on that, they only have a Venom. Venom isn't going to be able to get you that resurrection. And yeah, with that done, I think we're going to have to see a decap come through from any of the blue team members. Natish has noticed it. I think he's just AFK. Yeah, another kill goes through, and there we see Beggar's Bindle taking the win with 22 kills. Taking a look at the timeline, you can see around here they started to get a little bit of worth back, but it's just too little, way too late. Looking at top stats, what do we have here? Flally on top defense, possibly from backnoding. Damage and kills on the rotations from the Beggar's Bindle Roma. That's pretty good. And yeah, I think we did see Dovey made the most there, and it's even reflected on the top stats. There you have it, guys. Let's go back into this scene here, though, and actually no, let's not worry about that too much just yet. Let's see. What did we have? For some reason, one of these team build windows is, like, not working for me, and I'm not exactly sure what I did to mess it up. It should be working, but it's not. Again, there's like a tiny little hitch every stream I do. How's frame rate been, by the way? Are frames fixed now? Are we okay with this now? Has it been perfectly juicy, buttery smooth? There's been no drops? Can I just get confirmation from that in chat? Is that okay? Can people just do that for me? Because that's what I really want to hear. So we now swap again to following Beggar's Bindle go through to the next round, but they're not actually live right now. So we'll have to do a little bit of waiting on this, I think. Oh, was there a lot of salt in map chat? Hey, Rim, thanks very much. I hope that the cast goes well with Roy as well. We're going to have to practice it at some point. Timo fan, it's good to see you. It's been okay. I don't want to hear okay. I want to hear 60 FPS. I want to hear that it's been 60 and it's been fine, that there's been no frame drop whatsoever. Especially people who watch some of the other ones. We talked about this already. 2 eyes is a British thing? Sorry, what? Oh, the spelling of duelist. Yeah, it's double L. Double L? What are you talking about? Pfft. Listen, this is a UK stream. Seems like chat's been moving very slow, if at all. I have to say the AT with the full Spud team was a lot of fun. I'm glad to hear that, Farinir. I'm really glad to hear that. That's cool, dude. No problems. It's been okay. Good, good, good. Can anyone in chat tell me if it's been okay? And they've also they watched some of the Full House ones yesterday, because any of the Full House ones were, you know, not necessarily very good. That's more what I'm thinking right now. Are these games live? So by the way, we can have a sneaky little look into one of these Kylo games here and see how these are actually looking. This is one of the other brackets. Oh, this one's only just starting. This one is only just starting. I'm not going to cast this full game, though, because I want a little moment to relax. This is not like a particularly high-energy proper stream, because I've actually got a lot of other things I want to do important. I'm not just going to drain it all away on this. I just wanted to make sure that frames would be fine. Seems like finally it's true that they are. And quality doesn't look worse, right? It still looks exact same bitrate-wise and whatnot. Yeah, quality still looks fine. At least that's what I would hope. Yeah, they're still just the only ones. And then this game over here, this is also a Kylo game. It looks like because we've been watching Slam Dunks, the Kylo games are taking, they're a lot earlier. So this is the next Kylo one as well. This one's almost done. So we have a very close game this time, actually. This one we didn't watch. Oh, my God. This would have been a really fun game. Look at this. Reds in the losing position the entire game. They've only just took the winning position. And right at the end, I think they've actually managed to secure double cap here, too. Let's see whether they get the full double cap. They do. With double cap there at the end for Red, I think Red's going to win it after being kind of spanked earlier on. Really, really nice. Georges has been spectating this one as well. This has been a good game looking. They don't even get re-neutralized here. I don't know why I don't see a lot of nameplates. That's kind of strange. Why don't we see this guy's nameplate? Look, it's like it's bugged. There you go. Hello. It's finally clicked on there for us. Oh, no, but they neutralize. They do lose. They have lost it there. It looks like they might even lose mid. Let's watch Black Aki. I think when this game closes, this is actually such a cool game. I think when this game closes, we're going to see our guys go through. I think Beggar's Bindle are going to fight the winners of this. Back to the bear ass cam. What is wrong with the bear ass cam? Mortalia says, I'll keep an eye out for FPS. Well, make sure your settings are set to the 60 FPS version of the stream as well, right? You want to actually watch that one more than anything else. So he takes the pressure. That's pretty good. Okay, Red does win. Red wins. And a hard fought for Red there. Right at the end, Red securing that last mid fight. Really good game. And look, everybody's been really decent in chat on that one as well. Looking forward to seeing that. So we'll keep an eye out for Dragon's Despair, because they've really had to try to get through to the next round on that one. So yeah, it should be pretty cool. Right. Beggar's Bindle versus Dragon's Despair. There it is. That's the one. That's what we've got. And that's semis now. That's I think this group is going to get seeded to the finals after they win. And I think we're looking at semis now. So Dragon's Despair versus Beggar's Bindle. That's going to be pretty fun to watch, I think. Moore says, I'm looking at the 60 FPS. The fact that no one has any comments on it probably means that it's good, right? Because it's one of those things where you show no appreciation for what's good. You just show annoyance at what's bad. And that's basically what would be happening here with the frame rate. Nobody's like appreciative of 60 frames per second, but they're unappreciative when it drops it down. So it's probably good. When I explicitly ask people, hey, our frame's bad, and I don't get any response, people aren't sure, it probably means it's good. So that's great. That means that everything's pretty much perfect now, as far as I'm concerned. Should we go back to immersive? So which one do you guys prefer? This one looks pretty cool too. And the idea is it would sometimes change the background. The background would sometimes flip to another map, you know. Or we would represent the map that we had just been playing on, yeah. So since the last round was Kylo, I would come back here and it would be Kylo background. Because again, what I'm concerned with is putting on a good monthly show and a good daily. So so you never know what map's about to spawn, but you do know what map came a second ago. Yeah, the gizmos were updated in the patch. And I'd really like to see what the new things are as well. Maybe we can get something floating around on this one. Immersive background looks way better in my opinion. Yeah, maybe you're right. I just want an excuse to show off the gizmo icons and the amulets and stuff. And I think that the concept art, right? Like, I think that this concept art from this lobby, this concept art is beautiful, guys. It's so nice. I love that concept art rolling through. I think it's so good. And I want to show people more of it, but maybe that's not the right way to do it. Maybe I have to show that concept art on some other screen. I don't know. Oh, here we go. So Skyhammer. Skyhammer for the semis. Wow. This is definitely semis, right? Because the other game's still live. The other, yeah, it is. All right, so semis. Here we are. Let's take a look at the comps. See what we got going on here. So, starting with the red team. We have a Mesmer probably picking up close. They have that portal on their bar. We have a Rev probably filling the roaming capacity slot. We have Lord Joby here on a Scourge doing the damage. We have another Rev. So what I actually think is we'll see these guys team fight together. It's probably more like this is what they're running. And then finally, oh my god, they have... and then this is a Condi Mez. Super Zergy comp, frankly, in my opinion. Let's take a look again. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we will see one of the Revs sort of play a little bit like that, but we'll probably just see that try to spike kills out. So Rev got really gross, aggressive comp there. Meanwhile, let's look at the blue side. Again, blue is broken again. It's like it's never working. I'm not sure why. Anyway, so Floody over on the Hollow for the mid fight, certainly. We've got Banks pushing that SD rotation stuff. We have a Chrono probably for the mid fight here on the blue team, okay, because no portal on that one. We have another Rev, probably for the mid fight. And finally, we have the Portal Mesmer this time on Diverse like this. Really, look at that matchup. This is very close, guys. No supports. Who do you want to watch? Dragon's Despair or Beggar's Bindle? I'm guessing we should go... I want to watch the double Rev team. Let's watch Dragon's Despair. I'm going to root for Dragon's Despair on this. Looking at the opening splits, we have Mesmers picking up close. Both the Portal Mesmers, exactly what you'd expect. And we have the 4v4 establishing. This Rev's positioning is a little bit interesting. They're moving slightly off to the side. You notice one of the blue players also moving off slightly to the side. So actually, blue is playing 3-point cap. They're actually pushing to far over there. So pretty huge. Going back to the Revs, let's watch them try and hammer out some kills. Again, a lot of pressure on the Beggar's Bindle Rev, who gets also a lovely infused light. Look at this focus. This is exactly what I said, right? They're just going to zone together and push things. Look at this. 3v1, basically. Where's the pills, cries the Beggar's Bindle Rev. Where are my pills? I only have so many evades that I can chain. And he's basically out now. There you go. We get the last burst come down now. So what we've actually seen here is Beggar's Bindle conceded the node and just said, let's go for the fight. Dragon's Despair conceded the node and said, we'll just go for the kill. Beggar's Bindle didn't offer pills until too late, but now neither team has the node, and they didn't secure it. So that's kind of interesting. We had a beautiful cross as well from Dragon's Despair, getting that early neutralization. That puts Beggar's Bindle into the lead because they still own their home. And indeed, they're actually winning them 1v1 on their home too. Dragon's Despair taking this. Sorry, I got turned around. Christ, I got turned around. Beggar's Bindle winning the 1v1 on far. So Beggar's Bindle pushed far, won that. They have the node, and they're winning the 1v1. So Dragon's Despair having kind of an awful opening here, really. They've gone over towards point A in a 2v1. One of them's actually gone down. Let's see how this Rev can actually hold some pressure over it. That was a beautiful elite there. The Jade wins, getting the interrupt on Diverse as he tried to use his sword ambush through. The rally race gets lost right at the last moment. Banks doesn't get away from the Death Strike, though. That was a really meaty 6k hit, followed up by the 8k. Nice little kill there from the double Rev. Still nothing being going on at point B. Now we see that Beggar's Bindle, the blue team, having won far. They send that same Mesmer to pick up mid, and beautifully as well. He probably... No, he does not actually run on a port. Okay, so he can't prevent that. So he just traded far for mid. I don't know why you do that necessarily. Probably because it's just a little bit more defensible. And so, yeah, Beggar's Bindle is still doing very well. Dragon's Despair do secure this node finally with the double Revs. They get the decap on their close point. Really interesting play here from Black Aki. He decides he can't wait around going for full cap. Even though that's his close, he can't be bothered to do that. He goes down for the aggress, falls immediately on the jump pad. Twice in a row? No, not twice in a row. He doesn't get blinked back up there. This is a good position for Rev because you can just blink up straight away. Go straight into the evades. With this little maneuver here, you can see, because they didn't waste any time, red team currently are the only ones owed in the node. Blue Beggar's Bindle reclaiming their far point for free. There they have it. Their Mesmer will be rotating in just a second. Black Aki just on the defense here as his team tries to soften people up. Let's watch Lord Joby. The Ghastly Breach did come down a second ago. I don't think it necessarily manifested him very much. Hammer will be live soon. Floody managed to survive against the Condi pressure. That Elixir S was really good. Joby going up for free cap on the Hammer. This is a reasonable Hammer here for the red team. His 1v1 is versus Chrono. That's not very good. He needs to get extra support, and indeed he gets it. Look at the red team zerging around. Dragon's Despair playing very much holding one another's hands. Caring a lot more about getting kill fights and momentum from deaths rather than just capping the nodes here. So they actually managed to win during this 3v2. Now it's re-equalized to a 3v3, but obviously Dragon's Despair on the upper hand because they already had a kill. Beggar's Bindle going down. Sacrificing a Rev to this as well just to delay the Hammer. And it wasn't even that important that they do that, I think, because they don't own any nodes here. Let's see whether they can peel out actually here, keeping an eye on... this is double Rev pain trait. No, it's not. So yeah, he manages to get that through. Dragon's Despair very close to fully securing this. That knockdown in downstate actually prevented a couple of the points of this tick here. which could have been really interesting if someone else then got on to delay. But so by winning that hammer, point B is 1 second away from flipping for the blue team, and the hammer just delays all of that there, so that's really good. Point A also swinging under the blue team's feet right in the middle of a 1v1. Saphira here taking that Condi pressure and dealing that Condi pressure, actually. So we're watching a Mesmer Condi mirror right now. I think we might be. Oh, no, maybe not. One of them might be, you know, yeah, we are. We're watching a mirror with the Condi pressure. Joby going for the res with the bloods. The blood well is over there. It continues to tick 2,900 a point, but he goes down. It wasn't quite enough. Big burst landing on them there. So, guys, this is so much back and forth here. Dragon's Despair now also on the down foot as 3 of their players are dead. We're going to watch Blue has so much capability to recap stuff now. This is one of the only Dragon's Despair members still on the team, or on the board, and they obviously get 2v1'd out. So much rot value as well. 1 of them rotting, 2 of them rotting, 3 of them rotting. All this time. I mean, Blue never owned any nodes during that period of time, and they still don't own point A. Terrible play here from Beggar's Bindle. Look at this. Do they think they own this cap? Look at how close they are. Kind of a low awareness play from Black Aki there as well, not taking what he can to decap that. Goes for the kill with the elite. It actually misses, so Jadewin doesn't secure that. But now they finally get on, and there's the 3 cap, right? That 3 cap is a result of 3 red players being dead all at once, being rotted all at once. Respawn's coming out. It looks like they're going to be spraying. And now here's the tricky thing. With the 3 cap against them, look at the red positioning right now. They're all over the game. And I really think that the red's comp works better when they get to Zerg together just a little bit. Like, this is not a very good 1v1 to be in, or one that will end very quickly. Let's just put it that way. A plus is coming in from a rev right now. We can watch Black Aki taking that plus as quickly as possible. He's going to round the corner. He swings the 1v1. Can he do it nice and quickly? Chrono's obviously got so much defense. It is Skyhammer. They both blink up. Both of them coming up here wasn't necessarily too efficient, but they do manage to get that down, so that's good. Black Aki now taking the rotation off as fast as he can. He's going to be looking to secure the mid fight, which is currently a hot engagement. The other rev already pressuring in this 2v2. Let's watch his Black Aki now. Okay, so he's been distracted because obviously the hammer is up. He takes a 1v1 versus this Mesmer. It's not a very good 1v1. No, again, look, they go for the pluses all the time. All the time it's a plus. So he's got the Dragon's Despair additional Mesmer coming in here. This is the demo Mes build. Trying to push that pressure out. Blind lands there on the Swordsman. That denies him quite a lot of his pressure and sustain for his shatters later. The Chaos Storm res attempts. It's obviously not going to land. So Beggar's Bindle taking more pressure. Oh my god, they get the double down. Beautiful there with that double down. We're going to have to watch that at the end of the game. How they managed to secure that, I'm not entirely sure what the pressure was. But that's great. Oh, and a terrible rotation here from Beggar's Bindle on the blue team. Moving in after the fight is over. Sacrificing, once again, another rev at the hammer. We saw this a second ago. It was that play that got Dragon's Despair into the game a little bit here. With that kill, we see 13 kills to either team. And, yeah, it's pretty strong for Dragon's Despair right now. Now I want to watch this engagement. As the hammer goes down, does it allow the Dragon's Despair team to secure a nice snap kill? There's the hammer. Floody doesn't get hit from it because he's up on the side there. He's kited off. You guys have noticed here, if you stand on the edge while the hammer's live, you don't get hit by the hammer. So that is a nice little thing to pay attention to. Rev rotates off. Possibly prematurely. We're actually looking at a 2v2 on this area of the game, right? But it's 2 1v1s happening, which Dragon's Despair is losing. Beggar's Bindle getting their rotational Thief, managing to pressure that damage. The Cloak and Dagger, Shadow Step Stomp. He blows it all together. If Saphira had got the res there, that would have been so horrible. But he doesn't. That means Saphira now massively outnumbered. Needs to start taking the kites. I probably wouldn't be... I would have gone up the jump pad myself. Okay, the 2v2 re-equalized because obviously they're getting respawns. They get the kill. I don't think that stomp is a good idea at all. They take the port back out. Not even sure where that portal necessarily went to. Joby now the target. Haven't been able to see Joby get too many great plays here. Perhaps a res or two, maybe. Ghastly Breach over the body. That's good as well. Dragon's Despair now starting to snowball kills ahead. That's another one that they're going to get now. And that will help them sustain their 2-cap. Leggy taking the portal earlier, managing to be up in position to prevent this. Very, very good. We're watching the swing go back in favor of Dragon's Despair here. As long as they don't get neutral, the node is very, very, very close to being undercapped. Okay, so that's fine. That doesn't land for them. Black Aki playing back node game right now. Needs to secure point C. Goes for the phase traversal, interrupted by the shield on the opposing Chrono, allowing the decap to go through. You couldn't have asked for a better timed Chrono shield there. Doesn't have infused light. He's totally alone. Can't get into unrelenting assault in time. And so yes, he goes down there as well. Does Res go through? No, certainly not. So messy. A lot of these fights are so messy. Really nice play, by the way. We missed the whole thing, but a 1v1 was won over here for Dragons to Spare. That is a huge swing. Really, really nice. Hammer is currently live, with Dragons to Spare also taking that. This is a 1v1 where they get maximum rot value out of it as well. Oh, God, that's so good. That's such a nice play. Why stomp? Why stomp, mate? Don't give him another 10-second faster respawn. Floody taking the decap. Black Aki getting in just in time again with another phase traversal. It's a tricky fight here to actually hold this. If he unrelenting assaults, Floody could do a nice play where he basically baits him off the node and then forces the decap to go through. It's landed anyway because of the evasive style of Shiro. That's all Floody really cared about. The decap. Looking back up to Hammer. We do have a pretty big engagement going with Dragons to Spare winning it. I think they've realized they've over-rotated and they've sent their Rev to leave. No sooner as the red leaves, a new blue Beggar's Bindle member comes in. 2 of them do. Ghastly Breach has already been blown. Sandswell's not going to be any good up here as well. So Joby goes down. Really unfortunate rotation there from Dragons to Spare because they moved that Rev out just slightly too early. Beggar's Bindle was able to counter Zerg this, and we will see Beggar's Bindle wins that hammer. That's going to mean a neutralization here. Great far point being played here, though, from this Chrono. Look, Beggar's Bindle don't even want to fight it anymore. Oh, they do. Oh, this is nasty. Saphira gets baited through the portal and loses decap to the opposing Beggar's Bindle thief. Dragons to Spare making all these little concessions everywhere. That's pretty gross. They also secured their home and immediately getting decapped here. So we've seen Beggar's Bindle do so well at very quickly re-neutralizing these points after they've been hard fought won. Dragons to Spare still taking the fight up at Hammer. And they're outnumbering it. We are watching Dragons to Spare lose this with this investment while all the other nodes flip against them now. That's double cap, triple cap against them. All eyes now on Hammer. It's even more important that they get the hammer now, but they're even less likely to get it because having trip capped, Beggar's Bindle can just zerg everyone over here. That's exactly what we see here. One of the Revs extremely low on health. Down he goes. He doesn't win the rally race, obviously, because the stomp went through a second before. The attempted blood res from Joby. That's not going to land. And again, oh my God, the down state. Is he going to resell? Is he going to? No, he's not. He's obviously not. No. I think with that, guys, and the wipe up here as well, we just saw Beggar's Bindle through their positioning play so well. They might win the game off of that. They now have a 60-point buffer right after this has been such a hard back and forth. 4 more kills going down for Beggar's Bindle. They're all the way up to 25 now. And the only person on Dragons to Spare live on the game is a single Mez who has been playing well at this far point, but now is so ridiculously outnumbered, it's going to be tricky for them. This is good, though, actually, because they have the portal up. Wait, which node do they have? No, I thought they had port in mid. So they go down. And what do we see? We see... I actually think that... no, they get recapped there as well. Yeah, guys, I don't know whether they'll get back onto this. I really don't. We'll have to watch and see. What do they need to do? They need to neutralize quickly, right? So they got the mid newt. They now need to get the close newt. They don't have anyone in position for that. And we can see Beggar's Bindle watching it really closely because they know that's one of their win conditions now. They need the point A newt. A couple of them are going for it. One of them, Leggy, is going for the point A newt, but he's not going to get there in time. The Zerg is going to come through. Joby on respawn after his team was aced, dies again as well there. That means that the red is still generally outnumbered. They have a lot of objectives to do with. He does score neutralization. Okay, so the final neutralization that needs to happen is this. Saphira getting it on respawn. Oh my God, why would Beggar's Bindle let this happen? And now they just need to keep the pressure on mids. But they don't keep the pressure on mids. And with that flipping, we do see Beggar's Bindle go through to the next round, and Beggar's Bindle do that because of an excellent play right around here. Look at this. Look at this. Extraordinary. Honestly, look at the crunch that landed here. And all these skulls, this is just both teams trading kill. Backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards at the hammer. Ridiculous game. 31 kills. That is the most I've actually seen while casting a daily AT so far. 31 kills for Beggar's Bindle, who do go through to the finals. So let's see what we've got here. I want to look back at this. What do we actually have? I don't know why I ever set this up like this. I think it was pretty obvious that Saphira would be pushing far as that build. But that's about right? I think the other thing we saw quite a lot of was actually this Chrono pushing far as well. We saw just, look at that, actually. Look at that. That's basically how that game went. And it was all Chronos on sides all game. And we're looking at basically a Thief being able to fulfill a better roamer position, maybe, than the Revs. But I have to say, over on the Duelist side, we really did see Saphira do very, very, very well on his enemy's far point. But yeah, so pretty interesting game. Let's head back to the lobby now. Yeah, it was a pretty decent game. I really do think so. And we had the final. Oh, no, this isn't the finals. This is the other half of the finals. So we can... this is good, though. This is good, guys. Because while waiting for the finals to proc, it looks like we're going to see one of the teams had a very easy win here. So we don't have long before the finals. But while we're waiting for that, I do have more replays for you all. Let's open this one up here, first of all, and see what we've got. This was some kind of highlight during the game, at least. So, we're pretty close on the opening here. We have Black Aki in Downstate. We have the other Revs still alive. Oh, yeah. So here we see the Jade Winds land, right? Interrupting the ambush as it goes through. And look at Diverse's health now, right? Like, I don't know, I just like that. Wasn't a very interesting play, I guess. Did Star 5 as well, scoring the kill? It was an interesting play. I'm glad I did that. Scoring the kill on Banks and basically a heavy CC on Diverse, keeping them away. The rally race doesn't get one, obviously, there, though. I kind of actually wanted to see how it was, but it was just pressure, right? So the body that we see over here, this is Black Aki's body. 3% health, 1%, he dies, and the rally goes through. Yeah, so that was one. The other replay I wanted to watch was this one. We're at Hammer. Yeah, I wanted to see how... the red team... Well, hold on. Red is favored for this because they outnumber it right now, obviously. They get big pressure. They score the downstate. What was interesting about this that I wanted to watch? I don't know what was interesting about this. I don't know what was interesting about that. Okay, my first dud replay. I don't know why. Maybe I accidentally pressed the hotkey. I'm not sure. Here we got another hammer engagement. Yeah, okay, so watch the health as we start this hammer engagement, right? 2v2. Both blue guys reasonably healthy. Black Aki actually is a 3v2 with Black Aki almost dead. Okay, so Black Aki's down. There are two blue players to pressure over that body, right? Two of the Beggar's Bindle can pressure over that. They secure the stomp at the last second, but look at the health punish there on that stomp from Diverse there. Takes so much pressure, and then they both go down there. So that's Dragons Despair on the red team winning a favored 3v2 anyway, but it was pretty close, right? So, I don't know. Pretty interesting. And yeah, the finals will be going live in a second. Probably not the best instant replays on that one. Yeah, I don't know whether that was a high skill rotation we saw at the Hammer, by the way, guys, or it was just lucky that the timing worked out as it did, because you don't have good visibility on the Hammer portal while you're actually fighting at Hammer. So to know that the enemy team is about to Zerg it with excess number of players, it can be tricky sometimes. So here we go, guys. This is the final for EU Prime on today, the Tuesday of 10th of April. We're looking at Deathper versus the Beggar's Bindle. And it should be quite... so I will tell you, by the way, Beggar's Bindle only just won their semi. We just watched, right? I mean, it looked decisive in the end because of the play towards the end, but with the vast majority of that match, they were going blow for blow, and it was quite tricky. But then they just had an excellent acceleration away at the end. Deathper, who they're up against, they had a slam dunk victory on their semi. So Deathper had a really strong showing. It could have just been that their opponents were weak. Who knows? But they had a really, really, really good showing on their semi, while Beggar's Bindle have been struggling. So that might make you think that Deathper are going to win it. I don't know what you guys reckon in chat on that one. I missed the best play. Spam spectate? What do you mean? So yeah, I'm looking forward for this. It looks like it's taken them a while to decide that they do actually want to go through and start it. But we'll take our time with it. So yeah, what do you guys think so far? What is this emote? Someone's showing me Snickers bars? Who's putting Snickers bars in chat? I mean, I like a good Snickers bar, don't get me wrong. Snickers bar. But, yeah. Bit strange. Oh, does it say hype on it? Is it a hype bar? Are those things hype bars? Alright, it's Coliseum. I do love me a finale on Colosseum. Colosseum, always a good one to go for. Let's have a look at the comps. Starting with the red team. We got a Chrono. Got a Rev for some damage pressure. We have another Chrono. Actually, sorry, this is Mirage. So they got Demo Mirage, I think this is. No, it's Condi. So they have Condi Chrono back node. Pretty interesting. What else do they have? They've got Floody here on Hollow for mid. And finally, they have their Thief with Banks roaming around. Fairly balanced comp there, I would say, for the red team. Filling a lot of the boxes. No supports anywhere on this tournament at all. We'll see about this time. So this team is fielding a Rev. Probably more in the rotational capacity. We have a Chrono. No Portal. So I will probably put them here for now until we see a Portal on the other team. We've got a Warrior. This Warrior likely backnoding. Again, another Chrono. I think we're just going to see double Chrono mids here, guys. No, we're not. What's wrong with me? Yeah, where's player 2? 2 and 4. I've messed something up. I think he's swapped, actually. And then finally, we have a Firebrand, who's actually just on damage. He's a core guard, actually. He's a damage on core guard. Really weird comp there for the blue team. Not sure what to say about that. Let's go on in. The game opens up. We're going to watch Beggar's Bindle, who we're already quite familiar with. We're going to be watching the sides. Spellbreaker picks up side. Chrono picks up side. Which variety of Chrono that was, I don't know. They come onto this box because it's great no port. This counters. There, you saw it, actually. You saw it. We'll be watching that again at the end of the game. The Guardian going for the burst, but doesn't land it because no line of sight. Now they count. Look at this paint train. Oh, my God. Ah, the renewed focus comes at the last second. Does he manage to bail into any kind of sustain? He doesn't at all. Look at this. So Zerg heavy. This is so good. So the double, so just the incredible pressure that we see there. It's not double Rev, obviously. But I think it's Rev with the Great Sword, Mesmer, and we have the Thief, obviously. Or just Rev Thief combo. Let's just stick with it. Let's keep it basic there. So, yeah, they do very well there. Beggar's Bindle continuing to lay down the pounds. That's 1 kill for Beggar's Bindle. Why is it reading Deathper having had 2 kills? Has Deathper had 2 kills? Or did that break somehow? Did Deathper get 2 kills? Oh, I see that they actually got 1 here from Bribeseed. No. They didn't. That's them dying. I think the kill counters are broken. I don't know. CVPCS, help us out here, man. Help us out. So anyway, we see it's taken to 3 points, as I suspected it might have, actually, with this not much moving around. Get the pressure going in there from the Rev. Flooding on defense. Picking up his close point. He gets the plus in from Banks. Opposing Rev trying to bail out. I don't think he's going to be able to. Excellent opening here from Deathper, actually. Securing these nodes. I mean, Red has invested a lot of people here, right? So Beggar's Bindle have people here. But they're being countered really hard. So they managed to secure a kill. Does Diverse get the stomp? Does he get the counter pressure? It's going to be tricky. Banks comes into plus and get as many interrupts as possible through. Oh, he takes a lot of counter cleave on that. He takes a lot. Goes for the stealth stomp. Doesn't have phase retreat for a phase retreat portal stomp. And down goes Beggar's Bindle. So here we're starting to see why Deathper is so strong here right now. Deathper winning that there with the double down. Even managing to pressure Floody off as he tries to flee. He's got 2 players. The CC train's going to be hitting pretty hard. Takes the logs, stays on them. Dupes them down. Could have maybe made a nice little jump play back up here. Playing on this bit of terrain's really nice, honestly, against the enemy Rev. But they're okay with that. Moving back to mid, we can see that Deathper still has owned it for a while now. Or NP trying to catch it back. Gets the plus from Banks again. They don't take the time to neutralize the node, which is getting a more and more serious deal right now. I know that they need the kills as well. But time is ticking, and they don't have many points here. Also, very interestingly, their Mesmer over on Beggar's Bindle getting slapped down here, being plussed themselves. So the Mesmer goes down, gets a lot of rot value out of that. They just basically delay. All that Blue needs to do is just delay as much as possible because they have double cap and they're more than status quo victory. Moving on, we have Banks again offering another plus. We've seen so many attempted pluses here. So this is what, the 4th one we've watched so far in the game? I mean, there have been loads, guys. But what have they turned into? What have we actually seen come out of them? I don't know. We've seen very much. Here they at least get full cap out of it, but no kill. Aura NP down. There's no opportunity here. Even if he goes for some pressure. The Rampage Boulder jump dodge. Hello. Very much enjoy that. So he manages to get away from that. He goes for one of the buffs. This is actually going to be sword. So you'll see that his pluses are a little bit more dangerous now. By a little bit more, I mean a lot more. Diverse continue with the pressure here. Banks being countered, sorry. Ooh, there we go. Banks being countered by Helm the second he gets away with the buff. He ports away. This is going to be some Guardian Burst coming in here, by the way. You see Helm drops to his hammer. These guys need to stay on the edge of this. There we go. So there's the plus with the instant reap. Let's watch another one. He goes in for the jump. The double F2. 2 5k F2 crits there. Another reap. This is finally a bit of momentum we're seeing for Beggar's Bindle here. Finally, they're starting to get some kills. A 3rd one in a row. This is only a core guard. He blows the renewed focus extremely early. Good timed on the flanking strikes there as well. He will have used this because he anticipated a shelter heal after the renewed focus. Also renewed focus refreshing block. So it's a good time to use that to like try and steal the Aegis even if you can. Or just basically penetrate, go through the shelter. So good. There we go. We start seeing some kills. We see that the sword buff from this map actually swings quite a lot there. Beggar's Bindle not caring about their close point very much right now. They're fine to just leave that. They're going heavy over on the aggress at far. And have they actually won this? Yeah, it looks like they might have. They're going for a big res here on Floody. There's a lot to get through. Floody was only maybe like 10%. The Gravity Well comes to interrupt that. Staff 3 to bail out because they know that they won't quite have this. They can't win sides. Even after all those kills a second ago, they haven't managed to make any kind of worthwhile push on sides. Diverse extremely low, and against someone who's extremely low. The full counter comes down. The plus comes down. He's destroyed. Aurora notices their mistake from bailing out. If this Rev hadn't bailed out, could have swung it. Diverse still in the down state of potential. No, there's no res that's going to go through there. And so, yeah, that doesn't work. Mid still in favor of Beggar's Bindle, but again, it's not looking very good. Back over at their spawn, some of their respawning people have managed to neutralize. Floody going for the 1v1 versus this Chrono. These Chrono builds are too strong. They're really boring to spectate. They're so boring to spectate, and you see like 2 of them every fucking game. Didn't we learn anything from Season 5? I don't know. Here we go. We get a kill go down here. So that's good. Sword obviously will have timed out at this point. But that kill cost them neutralization in mid. We're now looking at Beggar's Bindle holding close. The game's been about 50-50 now. Both teams earning points at a similar rate to one another. Beggar's Bindle equalizing on kill score now. Maybe managing to recover a little bit. Banks going for the res. He might actually get it. He gets the interrupt on the Rev. The Rev's not in a position to actually kill that. He's got his F2s that he can throw at him as well. The Bassi comes up. The cluster bomb will kill it. He doesn't even need the cluster bomb, just the autos. But the great sword pressure is going to be huge. Sorry, the hammer guard pressure. Cloak and dagger attempted steal. Another gravity well. Why? These cooldowns. I know that they use them in continuum split. It's mental, though. It's another gravity well. Interrupt that. Banks is going to be very upset with that. They could have honestly had such a good swing play there. But Deathper watching it closely. Deathper managing to slam it down before it happens. Diverse caught in a 1v1 over here that doesn't look like they're doing very well in. Spellbreaker decidedly winning that. If you have a Spellbreaker that's winning those 1v1s, it means so much for your team. Look, Deathper even offer a plus that is completely unnecessary. In fact, he might be standing here because he's threatened. He was using the no port for some reason. Not sure what that was. Downstate goes Beggar's Bindle again. They lose 3 kills here, 3 deaths. Floody been pressured very hard. There's a bit of an overzerg here, frankly. Beggar's Bindle investing 3 guys to try and kill a Chrono, and they don't even get it before the equalization comes through. This just became a 3v3. Well, now a 4v3 because it's on respawn. Aura going down here. It's not looking good, guys. Every second, every engagement we're watching, Beggar's Bindle are coming out slightly underneath. Secure 2 cap being held by Deathper. Many of their players pushing forward. They only have 1 guy backnoding right now. I really like the position of their backnoder. He's probably got a portal over it. No, he doesn't even have a portal there. But it's not necessary, right? They're fine. And then the rest of the blue team up here, just trying to farm kills in fights. It looks like they're getting them. Once 1 kill goes down, Beggar's Bindle continuing to lose them. Floody once again alone. Aggressed by 3 players. Rot value's being scored on Banks. None of Beggar's Bindle in position to res that. Actually, Diverse is. Diverse go for full cap and then res. The res could be real. Does he bandage? Oh, he's ported right at his own spawn. He ported right at his own spawn. And I think even here you can see... No, he's not AFK. He's still going for it. But, I mean, with 450 points... Yeah, I think we just saw extremely competent fighting from the blue team on that. I really want to rewatch the start as well, because I totally missed Deathpair's opening, in that it was a very, very good open. We were watching Beggar's Bindle, the red team, slam some damage in mids, and then next I looked, Deathpair just had sides. They just had sides, and they were ready for it. So, yeah, if anybody wants to look at any builds, you've got just a second. I will look at one build quickly, chat. If you want to see any builds, I will roll through them. But good start there from Deathpair. I don't think that they did badly at all there, obviously. And remember, before this game started, I did point out Deathpair had a really easy semi as well. So, while Beggar's Bindle were already starting to struggle a little bit. Not too many kills that game, 14 kills to 10. Yeah, because there were those 2 phantom kills from Deathpair, right? 2 phantom kills. Let's look at the comps again. What roles did we see everyone in? First of all, this guy was not playing a thief. He swapped right at the end. It was another Mesmer that he was running, I think it was in the end. I think it was up here. I think it was like a Mesmer v Mesmer. So I don't know. Lots of revs running around though at the moment. Lots of revs. It's cool to see all the revs. It really is. And with that, guys, I think we see EU Prime, Melandru's matchup does go through in favour of Deathpair. So Dakaho with Deathpair winning. We started watching the Spud Club. Where are they? Where are you guys? Here. Who won in the first round. They lost with their trap guards pretty spectacularly in the second round to Beggar's Bindle, I think it was, who we just followed through to the end, but ultimately being knocked out by Deathpair. That was the story of this tournament. I have one more instant replay for you all. Let's hope it's a good one. Again, I can't remember. I think it's the open. Let's see here. Maybe we can glean some information about how this all started. Yeah, look, this is right at the start. Here you go. Yeah, look, this is so early in the start that we're, like, still on the comp analysis screen at the beginning. Okay, so, yeah, on the opening, we're watching Beggar's Bindle come through. It's Deathpair. It's the blue guys I want to watch here more than anything else. So, look, they send someone to far, right? So I didn't notice this. I think this Mesmer v Mesmer. And yeah, it was double Mes. They did field double Mes. Double Mes on both teams. Do you know how annoying this is to like actually cast and keep an understanding of what the balls is going on when you have the same icon? At least if these were elite spec icons, I would have known that one was Mirage, one was Chrono, and we could have had a little bit more of an entertaining setup. So, oh, this is what I wanted to watch. So you'll notice, right? The red team, they come onto these crates. Now, the reason they're on these is because this is no port. Keep an eye on Helm here. Helm has popped his shield 5, right? His focus 5. The reason he's popped his focus 5 is because that's going to burst damage out around him when it ticks off. This is a really aggressive play from Helm. He should use that for the blocks, but he's blown it early. Red team sees that he's blown it early, and that's a telegraph saying, hey, I'm about to burst. And what you notice here is he's walking forward. He's hitting the 1200 range. He's going to try and use Judge's Intervention to blink over to his opponents. And he's probably got a very big dick right now because they're all clustered together. And he's extremely horny to slam all of them at once. But the second his thing's about to end, look at him here. I think he's casting his ring. Yeah, look, he's using his 4. And we actually see, I think we see he blows his Judge's Intervention. But he doesn't move. He doesn't go anywhere. And it's because he's no valid path to target. So now he just has this. He's wasted those cooldowns. The ring does double up as a bit of defense for him, I suppose. And as soon as that happens, you watch Beggar's Bindle come through. So this was a lot of fun to watch for Beggar's Bindle. But I don't think that things worked out for them on sides. And then obviously they just sort of lost further and further and further. But that's Melandru's matchup, guys. I'm going to watch the VOD, but not a single one of you has complained about frame rate on this. And that's all this was. It was just a frame rate test. Sorry if I was a bit shit at it. But yeah, it was really fun, guys. And no ports are really good. No ports are good. If people are saying it's bullshit in chat, no. It's not bullshit. It's PvP. If they can learn how to use no ports, you can learn how to use no ports. You can play around that stuff. It's available to everyone. The only bullshit no ports are the ones that are excessively difficult to get to and only enabled by some classes, because like jump shot, for example, any no port that you can get to purely through jump shot, that's bullshit, because that's too like black and white. Oh, you play an NG, you have all this other stuff. If it's anything in the realm of just a regular jump or a standard leap, I think is okay. I think it's all really, really exciting, good stuff. No, yeah, I'm about to log, Georges. I don't stream today. I just literally did Melandru's matchup, that's all. Is anyone else streaming? Because I'll just throw you over there. This was literally just I guess Zan is streaming, so I'll throw you all over to Zan, right? This was just an FPS test. It was literally it. I always mess up Zan's name. But there you go, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.